Right, I've taken off the battery tray that sits here just to show you what I've done. This is a motorcycle indicator relay unit, so I've dispensed of the basically crap one that Vespa or Piaggio sell in favour of one that all the lights flash at the same time. So on a PX it's back front, back front, back front. Pretty naff, to be honest with you. With this unit they all come on, so left come on together front and back, and right come on together front and back, and you can wire that if you wanted to do hazard warning. I haven't done that, and this is a full DC Trail Tech regulator basically. So the two yellows are the black and the blue from the stator plate, comes directly into here. Then the red feeds into the battery, charging the battery when you've not got the lights on, etc. And if you look at the feed comes out into the fuse, I've kept the 7.5 amp fuse, and then it comes back out and goes up to the loom. So it's, if not better, probably about as good as you're going to get on any Vespa. They're your battery terminals, live and neutral, and that's the other indicator. And again, you do not earth from there. It's this beast here. That's what earths the indicators, I'm trying to say. So I'm going to stick the battery tray back on again. That gives you an idea of what you can achieve with these. I mean, I've got about 180 watts power coming out of here, plenty enough to charge a battery and keep you going of a night time driving. You've hopefully seen some of my videos where my Series 2's DC as well, and coming back, went to a ride out a while ago, Mansfield Roadrunners, in the night time, and no problem with the lighting at all. You know, it's like a car. It's got the same beam whether you're stuck at lights or you're revving the hell out of it or whatever. So it's pretty basic. The earth, black earths, you know, it's not rocket science what I've done. I've fitted new switches from the new PX on the handlebars because this is an AC scooter, so the horn wouldn't work. I had to buy a new horn as well, but it didn't cost the earth. I mean, this was about 50 odd quid. I've done the conversion myself on the stator plate, and that was about £12 from eBay. The fuse holder you've already got, you know, that part's already there. Your wiring loom's already there. It's just that you join the blue and the black, and where the black would have gone to the chassis, it now becomes two yellows. I hope that makes sense. So you've got a 12 volt plus, so it comes up on the cycle, and then when you would have got a down cycle, which normal regulators don't use, they blank off, so all you're getting is the high excuse me, the high point of the cycle. When they say cycles, what anything electric is a 360-degree circle. So you've got a phase which is a plus phase, which is 180, so it's half a circle, and on a DC system then it would block off the downward phase in effect. But what this regulator does is it flips and flips back again, flips and flips back again, so that you get in effect a peak and a peak. So you've always got both of these yellows are always plus 12 volts. So they say double the power. It's not, it's just a bit less than that. So if you've got about 150 watt stator, which is about average for a PX, I'd expect you to be you know, not far short of 280, 260 to 280. You'll never get 300 because there's switching times, so there is a slight loss inherent in the system, but you know, you're not losing half of that power like you would be on a normal PX. If I wanted to, I could drive you know, stereos and stuff like that, sat navs, anything that I care to stick on here, that, you know, charging points for your phone, it'll run anything like that without a problem. I just choose not to do that. It was more for lights and a project to see how it would go. So I'll cut off on this one, stick the battery tray back on again, go and get a cup of tea before I get flu, and once I've got the battery charged, which is it's doing now, I can stick the battery on and show you the headlight and the horn and stuff like that. I've demonstrated that before, but you can run LED lights no problem whatsoever. You know, they're quite nice and bright. I'll end this one here. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. I've tightened the nut up to 110 Newton meters, which is about 90 pounds per square inch. All we need to do now is find where the hole is for our split pins. And we can put the cap on the wheel. I'm pretty certain that's not big enough. A bit bigger than that. It's the bigger one that I've got, which are miles too long. That size. So I need to cut it about there. Just make sure that goes through the hole. And she's not too big, as in too long. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, so we're looking at our cap. That'll be fine. It's easier to obviously push it down from the top. Doesn't make any difference because it's going to be spinning around anyway, isn't it? Right. I don't actually want that down because it's got to clear the cap. I still want that down a bit more than it is. That's better. What I'm going to do is just get some pliers onto that now and bend it away. Bigger pliers than that then. And again, the camera's in the way, but whatever. That's actually good enough because it's clear of the hubcap. All I've got to do is push that down again. That's fine. I'll poke that down again, and then we can put our cap cover on. That's it. Just give it a bang with your palm. That's rear wheel done. These are already torqued, 14 pound, or like I always say, tighten up and then give them an 1/8 of a turn more. Mechanically wise, the engine now is done. It's just I'm waiting on the battery to recharge to stick it in, put the spare wheel on, put the panel on, fire it up and show you the lights and the horn and what have you, and run it up on the yard for a while. That engine's in, tightened up. Just need to do a bit of cleaning, as you do. The spare wheel marks up on the frame. Right, I'll love you and leave you for this one. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Been a bit of a while. Been busy with work and various other bits and bobs. Excuse me. Freezing again. December's took a turn for the worst in the UK. We've had some snow, etc., and today it's absolutely bloody freezing. I just wanted to give you an update of what I was doing last time, which was going to be putting on this battery. I've actually invested in a new battery, no other reason than the other one's 5 years old and it's time for a new one, I think. So it's just held on with a clip. It sits in a tray. There's some screws that hold the tray on, and I showed you in the previous video about the full wave rectification. I've took the opportunity to respray the spare wheel, and that's here ready to go on. So that's nothing out of the ordinary, just putting that on. I will go through fixing the spare wheel. I just wanted to give you some sort of idea. That'll give you an idea of how loud the horn is with this conversion. It's as good as any motorbike out on the road. I'm just going to undo these nuts, stick on the spare wheel, and I can then put the cowling back on, and the crash bar in this case. If you've got anything fitted like that, then it's no big deal. But right, just going to pull away till I get the spare wheel. Right, so I've got my spare wheel, and what I suggest you do is put the valve either here or here, depending on how your wheel sets up, and your deep part sits towards you. So the shallow bit, so all the bits with your bolts on sit towards you, and I always put the valve up this side. It's not very good because you can't get to them when you need to pump them. I'll be awkward this time and put them that side. No big deal. So what you're trying to do here is, again, I could do with being lower, just to line up where the screw holes are. That's one on, and I only use a lock nut. And the nut facing you, again with your numbers facing you. Try and get some light on this again. So that's one loosely on. The other on that side. And again, numbers to you. And then that's over there. What I've got is I've got the wheel cover that goes on the bottom as well. that wheel cover, and that's got a captive screw that goes in the bottom there through the bottom of the wheel hole. I want to get it lined up again. Otherwise playing silly buggers. Let me just put that on. Right, so I've taken the opportunity just to put the screw in line. The wheel wasn't, it was twisted round, needed to twist back slightly. Nothing major. And then we're looking for a 13mm, which I could have in the large or the small ratchet. 11. Find the socket set. Right, I've got myself my 13mm. I've decided to use a little ratchet, and you only want these hand tight really. No reason to over tighten them. I'll do on that one. When you're tightening this one up on this side, the left hand one, be careful because you don't want to touch your battery. And I'll just tighten the bottom one up. That's the spare wheel back on. Again, don't over tighten that. Want it about level, that'll do. We just need to grab our panel. So what I'm showing you now is on my scooter I've got my, hopefully you can see in there, that's my indicator light connection point. All we need to do now is move the catch out of the way, make sure the top clip goes onto the top, the exit springs, you see that, and then into the hole, and then pull your panel back on. Make sure your rubbers are nice and even, and that's your panel on. Panel's back on. Seat can go back down again now. And I just want to give the panels a wipe with the green, where I've had them off for a while. They do get extremely dirty. Make sure it works. That's another thing you see with the full DC setup. You don't need the bike running for your indicators to work. And the other side. Every bit of the electrics, lights, horn, will all work from the battery. And they get charged up when you're driving around. And because we've done the full wave stator plate mod, we get nearly twice the power of a standard 120 or 80 watt stator plate, depending on what you've got. So I've just given the panel a little bit of a quick wipe down, and I'm just going to get the Florida bar. I just want to give that a wipe down as well. I'm hoping for a break in the weather. I know it is December, but this bike's been off the road for the whole of this year basically, since the tax run out in the MOT, and I'd like to take it to the MOT station to get it MOT'd and get it taxed again, so when, you know, when we do get a bit of better weather, I've got a chance of getting out on it, and we can do some videos and I'll show you how good the standard P200 is. So front in first, and then all I need to do then is clip it on the back. There you go. Push that on. Give it a wipe again. I'm not polishing anything, pointless during the winter. I've noticed I've got a couple of digs in my panel, but like I say, the bike was restored 5 years ago, so it's not something I can't respray again. And then just do up your lock-in nut, which is there. The Floridas won't come off then. Nice. Right, that scooter now is ready for an MOT. So the next video I'll show you on this scooter will be taking it for its MOT and the ride out for the MOT and back again. That's wiping up here again, just giving it a quick wipe down because it is, or it has been sat for a while. I'm leaving all the tools on it for tonight, and I will tidy up. Just put it back over out the way in my garage. But the next series of videos I'm going to be doing are going to be on the Series 2. I'm going to I've decided to fit the upgrade kit I bought onto that engine, or do quite a bit to that engine actually in that scooter, or I might just put the GP engine that I've already got built up. I don't know yet. I still need to swap over the flywheel and stator, or just the stator actually on that, because again this scooter's got a full wave duck quack, and you see what I mean with the lights. It's definitely worth. I mean, you think the last time I was out on this, I actually put a video up on my channel, so it's not been charged or anything. The same with the GS. You put the right batteries in, and they're as good as gold basically. So, you know, unfortunately the GS isn't full wave, it's just 6 volt, and the GP is 6 volt AC. But I've got a few plans. What I'm toying with the idea as well is fitting the SIP speedo on here, and doing that upgrade, because it's all 12 volt already. It should be quite easy to do, and I'm toying with the idea whether to put the the petrol tap that they put on that gives you a gauge up here. I'll have a think about that during the Christmas lockdown period, and take it from there. But I find the LI is just a tad too slow, so if I can get a bit more performance out of it and make it more usable, that's the name of the game, isn't it? But keep your eyes open for that one. I've already got all the parts for the engine, so 22mm carb, the 186 kit, big bore exhaust, and I've got a 200 gearbox. I can use most of the parts from the GP engine that I built. This has already got a racing crank in it anyway, so it'd be an opportunity because it's not got the Vuitton seals in this bike, so it'd be an opportunity basically to bring it up to totally modern and give it a bit of a turn of foot. You know, where it struggles to do 60, it should easily do 60 plus. So that's for another day anyway, but thanks for watching, and I'll try and get into, like I say, if I can get the PX out any time to take it for an MOT, then watch out for that. And we've got a few projects along the way, so I've going to take the time to clear up the shed and start sorting out a few bits basically, so hopefully I can get a bit better lighting in the new year as well. So stay tuned, and thanks for subscribing, all new subscribers and existing ones. And if I don't have a video on before, have a great Christmas everybody. Take care. Bye for now.